Watch nobody show up. I'll just sit here by myself and look out the window. Happy Sunday! Love you too, baby. Hey, Chris, how are you? Hi, sis. It's quiet outside. Yeah, anyways, I said I would go live tonight. I'm glad you're okay. What do you mean, just okay? Mean you're not jumping around? Hey, Jared. Hi, sweetie. How are you? Hey, Matt. How is everyone tonight? I should turn that light off, huh? I got lots of news. Hey, Lane. How are you? What you having for lunch? Hey, beauty. Hi, sweetie. How are you? I'll always be okay. It's a rough time. You know, it's expected. But I'll be all right. You know, I have a Lord that I trust. Oh, that sounds good, Matt. I'm hungry. Too late for me to eat now, but I'm hungry. You know, it's when you don't have something that you want, that you really want. You did, huh? Well, thank you, Jared. We're in the camper, even though they don't want us to stay in the camper, and I truly, Chris, it's because I've my true 100% trust and believe in the Lord. Nothing here is going to harm me, and if it's time for me to go, I'll get to be with Him. So, you know, He says, don't worry 365 times. Either we take Him seriously and literally and don't just throw scripture, or we don't. And I think that's why people crash hard. You know what I mean? I think that's why they fall apart. Hi, Dads. How are you? Well, I have, you know, I get down and I cry. Hey, Tim. Hi, Ramona. How's Richard? But you know what? If you truly, hey, Rod, put the Lord first and believe everything that He says, some of the stuff, it just rolls almost off your back like a duck. You know, I mean, like water off a duck. That's why I say just ducky when I'm in one of those moods. Seriously, I mean, it could have been worse. I could have lost my husband. He could have lost me. We could have lost the dogs. I mean, yeah, we lost the chickens. We lost a lot of stuff. And, but it's stuff. Remember, He says where your treasure is, that's where your heart is, that's where your treasure is. And where your treasure is, that's where your heart is. So you have to figure out what's most important to you. My relationship with the Lord is number one, period. and nothing can take that away. So yeah, I can get through things. You know, I mean, I'm not made of stone. Hey, Pappy. And I don't walk around smiling in the face of, you know, adversity every single time. I do my crying. I do my getting mad. I get out there and yell at him sometimes. But it doesn't do you any good because his ways are better. You know, we should listen more often. Whatever you said, Dad's, I missed. Denny, can you read to me what Dad's vintage says? Denny. Hey, Pam. I missed you guys. Of course, you all know that. Catfish and hush puppies. Well, I have one coffee left. Yeah, Denny's secretary. He probably won't find it. Yeehaw! I'm supposed to go Wednesday now with the realtor. Yeah, I saw that, Ramona. Thank you. I hope it does cool off. Somebody's supposed to come here tomorrow or the next day. I don't know. And they said they're going to fix our water, so I'll be able to take a shower. Oh my gosh, it's a good thing you guys aren't close enough for hugs. Hey, Tom Paul, how are you? All right, I'll take a hush puppy. Hush puppy. That's true, Chris. Yeah, if we,
All I see was Matt, Vivian, hello.
No, never mind, sweetie. Whatever you wrote, Dad's, I'll look back. Oh my goodness, yeah. Jared, I was in shock. I mean, I'm surprised that I even allowed it. And my face was so dirty. We had just gotten out of the water. I mean, I was filthy. I mean, absolute filthy. Oh, they still call hush puppies here too, the shoes. But they're also food if you're from the South. Yeah, I would have liked to have been the one in the background with my mouth shut, my head down, but you know, he wouldn't talk. You know, honestly, he looked like I was talking a bit of a sign, my word. Well, praise God, Dads. Let me tell you, with all this stuff going on, and we talked about this before I left, you know, Arkansas, and you guys all remember me saying that this stuff was going to multiply and things were going to get bad? Hey, Belle. And people were going to start going crazy, you know, and all this stuff was going to start happening. Well, that's exactly what's happening, and you have to stay on track. You have to stay in the Word. It doesn't do you any good just to read it and memorize a couple things. He said that if you're truly seeking Him, He'll write it on your heart. So that way you won't have to go looking for the Word. You'll know it'll be written on your heart. That way when this bad stuff happens, you know automatically not to sit and get excited listening to it, but start praying. Start praying for those people. You know, you got to pray hard and heavy for them. We are warriors, and that's our job here. You know, when we hear this kind of stuff, I mean, that is a direct attack from the enemy. And our job is to fight back, and that's what we're going, that's why everybody's here. That's why this chat started a long time ago. We are prayer warriors. And we have to fight for those that don't understand or don't know. And the best thing I can tell you is to pray for their soul, because they don't know. They don't realize that this stuff is what it is, that it's demonic. And I don't think one has anything to do with the other. Ate the lime. Matt, you are so bad. I don't know what to do with you. Today is Miss Jamie Harm's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jamie. And we love you too. She's not even here. She's probably sound asleep by now. To me, Glenn Campbell. Oh, she's been working, you know, with all this banana stuff. I mean, seriously, she's been working very hard, poor thing. Yeah, she'll watch it eventually. Anyways, I believe truly, everybody's praying, Ramona, and I know they are, for Richard and for Bob, Bigfoot in Germany, which is now he's in Nevada or wherever he's at. Yeah, she's been working really hard. I heard from her today and a couple of times after this happened. She's doing okay. Poor thing is tired. He said that the clots aren't moving. The doctors, you know, they're not small. It's large. They don't understand. You know, I guess it's large and it's hard. So they have him on some serious blood thinners, and that concerns me. You know, because they start to break up, and that's when you can have problems. So I think what he needs to do is, I think if it was me, I'd go in to have the Roto-Rooter done. You know, it just takes once for them to pull it out. But we got to get to the bottom line and find out what's causing him to have the blood clots. And I really think that he got these. Hi, Pammy. I think he got these when he was in the hospital for all that time. The doctors weren't checking his legs for DVTs, you know. That's deep vein thrombosis. They weren't checking him. And I think that's what happened. And he came back and he ran around, did all kinds of stuff, and then finally one probably clogged, you know, or it started to swell, and that's what caused him some problems. But I think that because he spent so much time on his back in the hospital, that's where he got it. And that's why it's so large. But he's got to get moving. Yeah, factor V is a big deal. Like I said, if they get to the bottom line of it, you know, then he won't get it again. But if not, he'll just keep getting them. I think that boy is ready to heal and go on about his life. So what's everybody been doing? Yeah, he does need stockings, the good ones. Have to go all the way up. Yeah, well, like I said, there's always a reason, you know. There's always a reason. If they have, and not everybody's is the same, but something causes them. Hello, Bill and Carol, how are you? Oh, I'm sure you are, Ramona. Probably not, Lane. You know, I mean, I don't know if they did or they didn't, but, you know, the thing is, the pressure, they don't necessarily work, especially if you already got one going. I mean, I know people that have been on blood thinners for years. They stop working, you know. That's when you add the cayenne and some of the other stuff to it to stop the blood clots. Hello, Ray. Welcome. Hello, Darlene. How are you? We've got internet. Ha 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 ha. I'm so excited. You can hear the air conditioner. Denny got the air conditioner in the RV, just the one in the bedroom to work. So we run in there, and the people from the RV or the insurance, they don't want us staying in here. Jamie, happy birthday to you. Well, it can actually get rid of it, Pammy. They wanted to know how I got rid of my ulcers, and I got rid of it with cayenne pepper. Who said something about a tarantula? Did someone say something about a tarantula? I tell everybody it's your birthday, Jamie. Anyways, hi Pam. So I wanted to tell you. Oh, cool. I love them. They're beautiful. Well, at least Tim doesn't eat tarantula heads. Thank you for everybody that donated. Thank you for everybody that prayed. I will do a video and have all the names listed, and they'll just scroll across the screen when I figure out how to do that. But Wednesday, it was going to be Tuesday, but Tuesday, Denny's going to go down with his niece and get a vehicle for us in Fort Smith, Arkansas. And I have to stay here because those knuckleheads that showed up on the ATVs, we knew that they came here for no good reason, probably to wipe us out of anything else that was left over. So I'm going to stay here packing. And
They did our mailbox.
yeah, and they went to our, listen to this. They went to the mailbox and they took our mail and ripped it up and threw them on the ground. We had a bunch of mail out there that was on the ground. I was so mad. Anyway, so, hey Gator. So what we're gonna do is, like I said, Tuesday he's gonna go get the vehicle. I'll stay here. And then Wednesday, I'll drive to Antlers and I'm going, no, they won't do anything, Pammy. Then I'm going to go Wednesday to Antlers, meet the realtor, and he's going to take me to go look at property. But here's the deal. I'm not going to say a word to him about anything. Okay, I'm not going to say anything, but I'm almost 100% sure that we're going to get an attorney. Because, you know what I was thinking? And I'm not, guys know me. There's no retribution. You know, I forgive everybody for everything. It's just the way it is. And I don't sue anybody. But here's the deal. We're getting grief about the RV and the truck, right? What if they just pay them off and we have nothing? What if they just pay off the vehicle and pay off the RV? If they do that, we have no transportation and no place to live. And I think that the real estate company is responsible. You know, I mean, I think that they should be they should be held accountable for us losing our trailer and my truck. You know, if Denny's car would have been here, it would have been probably in the next state by now. You know, he had that little puddle jumper, whatever that thing was called. But I don't know how you guys feel about it. I mean, have I blue booked my truck for what, sweetie? But anyway, I think that's what we're going to do. There is a place in Oklahoma City where the guy says if you have any problems with insurance companies due to flooding, to call him. And so I left a message, and I'm hoping he'll call me back on Tuesday because I know Monday's a holiday. Pay cash with what? We don't have any money. That's my point. We don't have a dime put away. There's no way. We don't have nothing. If the insurance company just pays them off, I mean, if they pay it off, we don't even have a deposit, and our credit is trash since we lost the house. Remember in Arkansas when all that stuff happened? Denny's and my credit just plummeted. Yes, I know. I just don't know what else to do. They have to stay in the loop to 2017.
Dodge Ram 2500.
Hello, Antonio. You don't need no stinking money. You're right. You don't. But the point is, you know, to start over again, it'd be great, and I'd be fine if I had money or my credit was okay. I could turn around and just let that happen and move someplace else and get a new vehicle and maybe, you know, get a construction loan to have a little cabin built. But if they don't do that, we're gonna be living in the shed. Hey, Patrick. And I'm not doing that to Denny. You know, I mean, I know at this point, and he's probably not going to agree with me, but I honestly, in his heart of hearts, I bet you 10-1 right now. Hey, Lulu. I bet you 10-1 right now. What he wants is to be in a house someplace in the city and all this done and over with. Maybe even in an apartment. It's just overwhelming, especially for someone. What?
Nope.
Are you telling the truth?
Yes.
How are you? Well, okay, so see, I'm wrong. But anyway, hey, Tony. Like I said, well, all of it, every place is, hey, who's here? I don't know. Right now, like I said, I have prayed that the enemy's blocked, from this whole deal. I want nothing to do with it. He's not leading me astray. Whatever's supposed to be, is supposed to be. I'm going to write a list. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm putting it in the Lord's hands, and I'm not going to stress over it. And I know you guys love me, and I know you guys are standing behind me, and I know you guys are praying for us, and Denny and I are more appreciative than you could ever imagine. Hey, Brandon. But it'll be okay. Like I said, I'm not made out of concrete, but I'm strong. I'm strong in my faith in my Lord. And I know that this is not, this is not his plan. This was him getting us out. Well, like I said, I'm not really sure what we're going to do, and I don't know if I trust any attorneys. It's just as bad. But one day at a time. All I want to do right now is I want to get this place cleaned up. It's just too hot for Denny and I to go out there and start climbing fences to clean up the mess. And the sheds, today we just finally got the baby chickens out of there, and I got that cleaned up. That was horrible because remember all that food, it all melted and got wet, and it was soggy and nasty, and I go in there and hold my nose. And I was like, ew, I don't have a clothespin to stick on my nose to go in there and do what I gotta do. So anyway, I've been offered some help to get stuff cleaned up, and I'm gonna take it. That's not usually how I am, but I'm gonna take it because I need it. We got flash flooded, Brandon, and everything. Hey, Scotty, how are you? And everything got destroyed. So, and no, I take that back. You know what? Everything did not get destroyed. There's still some things left, and we're still here. So I take that back. Yeah, no, we're not staying here, Lane. We are definitely leaving. And I think that I've convinced the guy in the back to turn his property in also. Because I had him go back and look at the footage. Remember the aerial footage? Ugh, let me tell you. He was shocked. His entire property, because remember, he has nothing on it yet. He didn't build anything. All of it was underwater. Completely underwater. Very little trees. And he was like, oh my gosh. And I said, yeah, he'd have been, and he was supposed to take his, those, what are those things called, Denny? The ones that go on the back of trailers, truck trailers. They carry the containers, those big metal containers that people are buying and building houses out of. Hey, Mike. Well, that's what they were going to put in the ground. I'll tell you what, those things would have been floating, probably. Oh, I can smell skunk. So, I'm pretty sure that he's going to get out. Yeah, I'm going to look for another piece of land somewhere. And the realtor promised me there wouldn't be any rivers close by. What light? Well, he knew originally, Lulu and the rest of you guys. Remember I said that we were looking for mountain property, up in the mountains. The only reason that we didn't is because when this whole banana thing hit, we were looking at property that was $600-700 an acre, and this is, as God is my witness, it went up to like $3,500 an acre within a month. All the property like tripled. It was crazy. So he said that the place that he's thinking about, they have not put it on the market yet. He's gonna take me to look at it on Wednesday, and we'll go from there. 80 feet up in a tree. You like that number 80, don't you, Matt? You're 86, 80 feet up in a tree. Anyways, I really missed all you guys. You haven't seen the video, Anthony? Antonio, sorry. Sorry. Where's mine, Tim? Yeah. Yeah, I did, Jared. So we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna go look at some other property and see if we can find something. If not, I don't really know what we're gonna do yet, guys. I really couldn't tell you. Like I said, I'm just putting it in the Lord's hands. I am not gonna stress over it. Oh, for pity's sake. All right, well, there's the link. Go check it out. You're gonna love it. No, I'm not gonna continue living here. I don't know what like I said, I don't know where we're going, but I know we can't stay here. And when he told me that it'd be, next week sometime, and I said, no, it won't. Okay, there's no way. I said, because if it rains again and this happens, I said, my truck will be in your front living room. I'm not going through this again. I'm just not doing it. Love you, Tom Paul. God bless you. 2 boys and their pops. That's a cute name. Well, hello, welcome. All right, how many did you eat, Tim? Yeah, like I said, that's why I'm not stressing about it. What, honey?
Is at minus 301.
What?
A little bit before about 336.
Okay, what was it?
I don't know. It looked like a flashing light.
It was probably my cigarette. Outboard, yeah. Someone said put a bunch of 50-gallon drums underneath it. That'd be funny. We'd end up in the. We're in the RV right now, Hoosier. We're not supposed to be, but we are anyway. I don't care. I know there's mold in here and stuff, but it's too hot out there. Even though they got us a fan, it is just too hot.
Tell them to go back to 307.
Denny said go back to 307 on the video and see the flash.
Did you see what that is?
It's probably just this, I don't know. Southeast Oklahoma. I'm not worried, like I said. I'm really not. I cried because I couldn't save my chickens. Yeah, Matt, I'd probably end up in Mississippi. Oh, don't mind me. You have to laugh. I'm sorry, but you gotta laugh. Some of this is just downright funny. Yeah, that wasn't funny that night. I listened to them crying, and they were just freaking out because they were filling up with water, and I couldn't save them. I couldn't go out there. The water was so high, and I couldn't go out there with a flashlight to see all the snakes and something to kill the snakes and save the chickens. There was nothing I can do. But you guys would have I'm telling you, you guys would have cried your eyes out had you seen Tank. That poor dog was just bobbing like crazy. He was so tired. I don't know how far they had to swim, but apparently Tank's not very good at water, probably because he weighs so much. But Bella was just having a ball. She had a big old smile on her face. She's like, oh, Mama's home, But Tank was, Oh yeah, we have cottonmouths here. We have rattlesnakes. We have, copperheads. And Bella apparently bit a snake the night it started because when we did finally get them in, the bottom of her jaw was just sagging with fluid because she had gotten bit by a snake. And I promise you it was another copperhead. She seems to love those things. She doesn't care if she gets bit. She's got marks on her nose too where it went after her, but she probably ate it. Knowing Bella. It was traumatic. I mean, like I said, when they did the interview with me, I told them there's just no prepping for a flash flood. I don't understand how the realtors, I mean, not the realtors, but the insurance companies don't get that. Well, I don't plan on ever being in an area where it floods again. I plan on being up in the mountains someplace, or, no, I plan on being in the mountains someplace. Thank you, Pappy. Yes, I know, Jared. I did the swiftwater rescues when I was SAR in Arkansas. We did the rock climbing and the swiftwater tests, and I mean, I went through all of that. But it's different when you're in it. I mean, when it's you, it's one thing when your brain is in gear to save somebody else, but when it's you, I mean, all I could think about was we have no place to go. You couldn't climb on the, yeah, I know, Ramona. You can't climb on the truck because the truck would take off. I was waiting for the hothouse to hit the RV. Thank God that it didn't hit it because it would have knocked it over. And then, of course, the whole thing would have been underwater. And when I showed the insurance company the pictures, they said, well, can you show us some damage? Oh, no, it's not going to cost me, Brandon. They better not, anyway. No, they wouldn't let us go up there, Lulu. Totally blessed, Ramona. I mean, we were totally blessed. A lot worse could have happened. Yeah, I won't kill the snakes unless they come after me. Not like Denny on the tractor. Right, Martha? Martha's still probably cracking up about that. Yeah, they wouldn't let any of the... Thank you, two boys. I appreciate it. Yeah, we were too. And I wouldn't call the 911 that night because I was actually, if you think about it, I was actually afraid of them because you know what? Those water moccasins can actually climb in boats and they attack people. And I couldn't imagine them trying to save us at night. I mean, there's just no way. So we waited till morning. So we were blessed. I mean, the Lord was really watching out for us. If they would have rescued us earlier, I don't know if the dogs would have made it because if we weren't there, because I had to grab Tank and throw him into the RV, he was gonna drown. He was so tired. I mean, that poor baby just kept bobbing underneath the water. And finally, he came up enough, and I just grabbed the scruff of his neck and threw him in the trailer. Denny and I got him in, and he went over to Denny and just wanted in his lap. And he climbed up on the table here, the chair part of the table, and just laid down. I mean, that poor dog was exhausted, and they both passed out cold, both of them. I had to give Bella Benadryl. Yeah, I don't. Hey Nancy, how are you, sweetie? I don't care about the snakes around here. They have jobs to do. Like I said, unless they come in after me, I'm not gonna kill any of the snakes. I won't go out snake hunting. They end up in my house. If they're a good snake, I just put them out. If they're a copperhead or something, they're done. Hey, Brian, how are you? Well, thank you. It's good to see you. I'm excited to be able to go live. Hey, Tom, how are you on? And I wanted to go to that festival that Mark from Livewire is going to. I had planned on going. I don't think I'll be able to go now. But the money that's in the PayPal, we're not touching. We can't go anywhere anyway. We couldn't go to the store if we wanted to, but there's over $1,000 in there, just so you guys know, from everybody that sent money. And that money is going to be for when we go, because when we move, because we'll have to replace stuff that the insurance company, I'm sure, is not going to replace, because we didn't have renter's insurance, you know. So everything that was lost on the inside, we're going to have to buy. So I'm leaving that money there, so when we do find a place, Lord willing, we don't go back into another RV, maybe we'll be able to go into a small cabin, and then we'll have to have, you know, furniture. We don't even have any furniture. I think we have maybe a couple of lamps, but that's it. Not lamps, you know, big ones, but little stretch lamps for offices. But we don't even have a bed. So that's what that money's going to go for. And plus the stuff that we don't think much about, you know, cleaning products and stuff like that. We'll have to buy all that. Oh yeah. But I'm looking at this as an adventure. You guys are going to go with me on the adventure, okay? No big red, Tim. But I'll take fudge. Wait a minute, what kind is it? And you know what? Thank you so much, guys, for all your nice comments. Oh my gosh, it kept me going, trust me. You know, and when you guys were saying prayers on the comments, I was praying right along with you. I'm still thinking about the people in, yeah, I love fudge too. I'm thinking about the people in Louisiana and people out there by the fires. It's one thing to lose your stuff to a flood. Imagine the fire. You know, I've been in a house fire before when you lost everything. I mean, everything. Matt, squirrel fudge, really? Oh, Matt's back. Hey, we saw Matt when we did a live, and his hair's growing out, guys. He said he's growing a mullet. Haha, I told on you, Matt. Does it, Lulu? Oh, too late, Lane. They already talked about squirrel heads and squirrel fudge, and I'm just waiting. Yeah, I know, hun. There's so much to think about, you know. I'm sure a lot's gonna be missed, but you know what? I said I'm not concerned about it. I'm not gonna worry about it. You know, I'm not sitting back and saying, oh well, my friends and family are gonna make sure we're taken care of. You know, that's not how I am at all. But I know the Lord. You know, He'll replace what we need. And I'm fine with that. Tree hugging hippie.
They only pay 150.
Yeah, I really would love to get out of the RV and be in a small cabin. You know, Denny and I were laughing because he told the people that dropped us off from some food yesterday, he said we're gonna be living in a mansion at 400 square feet. Hey, Christopher, welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate your prayers. Listen, prayers work. They're awesome. Like I said on that interview with Channel 12, and I meant it, prayers are worth more to me than money, than gold. Prayers are everything to me. When I tell you guys I pray, I pray. A lot of times I fall asleep praying. I forgot who the last person was I was praying for. Anyways, it's good to see you guys. And I will, when we go out to look at the property, I'm going to go ahead and use my phone and take pictures and then come home and upload them. And you guys will just say nay or yay, okay? I used to have a prayer table, Lane. And it was, I mean, it got so loaded. It was so funny. There were pictures, there were names, there were books, there were all kinds of stuff all over this prayer table. And I would just go there and I started putting my hands on the pictures or the names, and then I had to use my forearms, and then I had to use my elbows, and then basically I had to lay over the whole thing in order to touch every one of them. It was too funny. I don't know why I did that, but I figured I had to touch every one of them for that to work. Yeah, I'm a nut. Who cares? Oh, but yeah, there's got to be a way for me to take all my dirt with me when I go for my new garden. Oh, yeah. Pizza. Hi, sweetie. Yeah, Jared, with everything I've been through in my life, let me tell you, it's easy. Okay, Antonio, I can't wait. How you been, Pizza? Yes, we need to pray for that guy, Alex, on Bigfoot Odyssey. Yes, please do, guys. Keep him in your prayers. That's exactly... That's what's written on your heart. That's what I said earlier. Snake boots and all. You're going to need them. That's why I said it. The Rhema word is actually so easily written on your heart because it's part of who you now become. You can read the Bible all day long, every day. You can tell everybody that you've read the Bible. You can quote scripture, you know, but if it's not written on your heart to where it's part of who you are, it doesn't, you know, because the Lord never told me, hello, Christy, the Lord never told me that I had to remember the page, you know, or the scripture name or the book. You know, he put it on my heart, what was Rhema, to give to other people, to edify them, to bring them up, to help them, you know, in times of trouble. It was meant to be that way, and we all have that. So imagine if everybody has certain parts of the Bible. That's why he calls us the, you know, the body of Christ. You know, the arms can't do without the legs, can't do without the eyes, can't do without the mouth. I'm the mouth. But we all have jobs. And so it's perfect. It's perfect. Yeah, he does. He brings it back to you in a heartbeat. Something you're trying so hard to think the right thing to say, but boom, instantly. He brings it out and you say the right thing. And even if you go back and try to figure out if you said it right, God knew that you were going to say it, and how you said it was exactly how it was supposed to be said. How's your mama, Christy? Did you give her a hug for me? No, they didn't come out at the water today. I'm not sure if they were supposed to come out today. That's just what the guy had told me. And he could have been misunderstood. He could have misunderstood. The who was coming out to fix the water might have said they were coming out but he just thought, you know, it meant today. Yeah, I fall asleep to Psalms. Well, I used to anyway. I love Psalms. And he who sits in the heavens laughs. I'm almost, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I will upload the promises of God, and it's not the, I was looking for the real promises of God, not just the normal ones that we hear all the time, but the real promises of God. You know, because his word is true, you know, period. That's how I look at it. And when he says he's going to do something, he's going to do it. We are his children, you know, and I thank him all the time. And, you know, one of my prayers is so funny. I said, you know what? I'm flesh of your flesh and bone of your bone. I'm your child. Don't you dare turn your back on me. I said, I need to talk to you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have. You know, I've heard knocks, but nothing close. There hasn't been anything close. The last knock I heard was this morning, and I told Denny about it when we went out. We were outside. I said, "Did you hear that?" I don't know if he heard it or not. Did you hear it, Denny? Denny, did you hear the tree knock?
Did I hear what?
The tree knock this morning.
No.
Oh yes, absolutely, 2 boys, and we will put her on the prayer list.
Stereo.
What, honey?
I hear you in stereo. Delay.
Oh. Yeah, this is something I was thinking about when I was listening to Bigfoot Odyssey today. You know, the Lord has already told us. Her name is Elaine. Okay, definitely. Let's, prayer warriors, unite. Let's add Elaine to our prayer list. But, you know, the Lord said that he's coming for a tried and tested people. And our idea of trials are not his idea of trials, so remember that. So we have to be strong in our faith in him. We don't have to be physically strong. We don't have to be emotionally strong. We have to be strong in our faith in him. And hi, Donna. How are you? And if you're strong in your faith in him, nothing's going to pull you down. It can't. It's impossible. You know, because we know the end of the book. We know the end. Okay. All right, Antonio. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Donna. Yeah, God knows, Jared. I can't remember everyone's name either, like I said. But if you guys have any prayer requests, pop them up here because we'll be glad to pray. You have a very strong prayer group here. And I just met a couple of people that are prayer warriors big time also in a big, huge group. And let me tell you, oh no, Martha, don't do that. Yuck. Oh my gosh. I look like someone beat me up and my face is dirty. And nobody told me my face was dirty. She could have told me and I could have gone in and at least washed my face and brushed my hair. He's not going to have another seizure, Ramona. You hush. I'm telling. Yeah, I know, Chris. That's true. We always got to pray for other people. We have enough of ourselves, don't we? Oh, cool. Lori was struck with autoimmune disease they're trying to diagnose. Okay, we'll do. Okay, so Lori's also on our prayer list. Anybody else?
Lulu,
Yeah, Lulu. Lori.
the daughter.
Yeah. I bet you would have, Matt. Forget the hanky, you probably would have spit on my face, huh? I'm teasing. We serve a mighty Lord, and I think that there's proof. You know, all these videos out there about all the nasty stuff that's happening. Why aren't they showing all the good stuff that's happening? They really want people depressed and down and out and forlorn. They want people to be scared and panicky. And God's still moving. He's still doing miracles. He's still saving people. He's still bringing people to him. People are getting saved all over the place. I mean, it's beautiful, but you got to look past and stop listening to the garbage that's out there. Yeah, that's where honestly, if you want to know the truth, that's what I told you guys. The liposomal vitamin C is what's going to help you. Liposomal vitamin C and garlic. That's going to be a lifesaver. And if you have any of that other stuff going on, you need to take the colloidal silver. AD, commend you for something. I want to say how strong you are. My strength is not mine, sweetie, but thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My strength comes from the Lord. Peroxide therapy. Malayne. Get those lungs cleaned out. There's too many things that the Lord has given us that is natural, that he created to get rid of this stuff. Yeah, I know, right, Val? Prayers for Jackson? Who's Jackson? What'd I miss? Elderberry is for colds, okay, and flu symptoms. Garlic is for all of them. Okay, thank you, Jamie. Garlic is a strong antibiotic, really strong antibiotic. So is oil of oregano. Clove is a strong antibiotic. One of the strongest antibiotics out there is clove also. You have echinacea. You have mullein. You have moringa. You've got a lot of things out there that you can take that'll build up your immune system. I'm putting together on my book. Well, that's all right. He doesn't have to believe. We can pray for him, though, anyway. Same here, Jared. Same here. Yeah, but you can put a couple drops in your liquid and drink it and you're fine. Yeah, elderberry is wonderful stuff, you know. But there's a lot of stuff out there. And it's all, the Lord made them all. But like I was saying, in that book that I was writing, I have no... Yeah, I've been using it for a long time, Beauty. I know it can be really strong, and I learned the hard way in the beginning, too. But I have a mix of stuff for autoimmune that I'm getting ready to, that's actually going to be in the book. And it includes diatomaceous earth, Indian clay, moringa, artichoke, astragalus. I mean, there's a list, and it's really potent. You guys are too cute, Beauty and Jared. We have jobs to do. We are warriors. And now is the time to do it. Don't be on that fence. Don't be wishy-washy about your faith. Either you're standing for the Lord or you're not. And if you're wishy-washy, you're going to fall in. He says that if it were possible, even the elect could be deceived. Remember, this is going to be a very, very hard time. And the Bible even says that mother against daughter and daughter-in-law against mother, it's going to happen. The families are going to start fighting over it because they don't believe that is the way it is. But that's exactly what's happening. It's happening all over the world. people are starting to sway a little bit away from their faith, starting to go into these little G's and often this other stuff. And when that happens, you lose your strength with the Lord. And if you lose your strength with the Lord, you're open. And if you're open, you're in trouble. So pick a side and stay with it. And learn all that you can. Get that written on your heart. Yeah, many are falling away. They're false doctrines. They've been saying that forever. And they don't think it's a false doctrine. It's just intriguing to them. It's just exciting, or it's brand new, and it's dangerous. It is dangerous. You guys, not one of you would pick up a tarot card, okay, or a Ouija board, right? But this other stuff is just as bad. But it is very, 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 very important. Yes, I was just going to say that, to read your Bible. Ask the Lord to show you what you need to know. And there's going to be people people are watching you all the time. Just so you know, you always have someone watching you, especially if you're a Christian and of the faith. If Yeshua is your Lord and Savior, I'm telling you, people are watching you. They want to watch your reactions. They want to watch what you're doing. And if if you do something wrong, they're right on you. Okay? They want to say, see, that person's human. You can tell them, you're right, I am. I am a sinner saved by grace. I am human. But I have an advocate, and I know where I'm going. And I have faith, and I have strength. Show them what you're made of. You can't do that sitting around being wishy-washy. You can't get caught up in these other doctrines, because then you lose that fight. You fall into depression. You fall into, medicines. You fall into all kinds of stuff. You give up. And trust me, I have been there. I am not the rock. I have been there. I go back and forth. I have my crying days and my mad days and my upside down days. But boy, it doesn't take nothing for me to jump right back in, because He has healed me twice. He has saved me numerous times. I shouldn't be here, guys. Let me tell you, I shouldn't be here. And some of you know my history and some of you don't. But let me tell you, I shouldn't be here. He's got a job for me. He's got a job for you. We've got things to do. We have to stay steady. We have to stay steady, straight, on track, and watch what's happening. Hey, Sarah. And watch what's happening around us, because you're going to see people around you falling. It's that person that you're watching fall. Don't wait for somebody else to lift them up in prayer. You lift them up in prayer. You start praying for them. Sorry, soapbox time. I am just adamant about what's happening out there. It's just gotten to the point where me and quite a few other people are just shaking our heads saying, what are you guys doing? Please don't follow them. Do not follow them. It's not intentional. You're not going to do it on purpose. It's going to be it's going to be a very subtle sway. Good night, Lulu. God bless you. And don't forget, anybody who knows Andy gone fishing, we need to keep him in prayer for his surgery. Tony and Vanessa, Richard, Ramona, everybody. I'm hoping that's the dogs out there. Can you guys hear that? Denny.
Yes.
Can you turn that air off for a minute? I hear movement outside.
I can turn it off because I'm getting cold.
I understand, Jared, that it's very hard because they're associating the word Christian with the negative stuff that's coming around about Christians, I mean, it's, oh my God, it's actually funny, because then they do something wrong and they say, and these people are supposed to be Christians, and this was a Christian group that did this, and this is a Christian person that did this. They're trying very hard to sway people and tell you that basically Christianity is a cult. Well, you know better. You know, once he's in your heart, and once you've had that enlightenment, our job is to share that. You know, and like I said, now is the time when the Bible says that it would be a split second before the whole world knew. Well, yeah, that's called the internet. It doesn't take anything now from people all over the world to share the same knowledge within seconds. So that's why. And so all the media wants to throw nothing but the nastiness out there. And you've got a lot of YouTube channels that are trying so diligently. Good night, Lane. God bless you. Love you too. That they want to make it seem like everything is bad and horrible and everybody out there is horrible, but that's just not true. And some of the channels that are trying to uplift people, they're knocking them down. They're sending those bot trolls. Don't let them do it. Support them. Support those channels. Good night, Sarah. God bless you. How's Shane, by the way? Are you guys doing okay? Oh boy, I was going to show you guys this, but not one door in this place stays closed anymore. They're all swelling up and falling apart. It's just too funny. Not funny, but you know what I mean. It's the fan going. I just heard noise outside. Good deal. Well, have faith. Faith can move mountains.
Want some tea?
I can't drink that tea.
Want that other coffee?
No, let's save that for morning. Thank you anyway.
You want some milk?
No, I don't think it's any good. It got warm. I don't think it's any good anymore. It's all right, Jared. It could be worse. It's all right. Like I said, it's going to be okay. No matter where we go and what we do, it'll be all right. And like I said, I'll consider it an adventure, another adventure. Start all over again. I wish I could take my dirt. It took me a long time to get that dirt the way I wanted. I told Denny we're going to have to get bags and put the dirt in bags and take it with us. Oh, I know. I'm so silly. We've got to move the chicken coop. The one that's on the inside, the one that's made out of wood, we can't touch it because if we touch it, it's just going to collapse. It's going to fall apart. It is so destroyed right now. So we were thinking about just building, a small chicken coop and putting those boxes on the inside of it.
Milk's okay.
Okay, baby. Oh, I will. And you guys help, you know. I'm not worried. I'm just being silly, Peppy. And my plants are still growing. Oh my gosh, all the stuff in the hothouse is ready to be planted outside and I can't plant it.
I think the Bigfoot's gonna let us move in with them.
Did you hear him? Denny said he thinks Bigfoot's going to let us move in with them. Thank you. You sure it's good?
Yes, I just tasted it.
Thank you.
See?
I can't tell.
Yeah, that makes good.
Oh, yeah. Well, I took pictures. If you guys saw the pictures, my hothouse floated. And that wasn't tied down, was it?
Nope. Sure wouldn't.
You're funny, Pappy.
Thought it was.
They're going to be taking the truck, so that's not going to work.
I'll just have to pick up that trailer and move it.
Well, anyways, we're standing at the door because Denny and I were both, the water started coming up through the vents, right? So we opened the front door. I figured it can't hurt anything, and we've got a flashlight. So we look over at the truck, and of course, it's almost completely submerged. And then we turn around and we look over towards the hothouse, and the hothouse is actually by the
there.
tree. It's not where it belongs. It's by the tree. And I'm like, because, I mean, I can't believe it just floated away. And everything in it is just doing perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with anything on the inside. But it just floated. Had it not been for the rocks that I put around that tree, it would have just kept going.
That rock hadn't been there. The hothouse would probably be down,
It would have hit my truck.
would have been down the street.
Ugh, that's disgusting. Yeah, I know, right, Ramona? Yeah, there's a lot of cults going around. You know, I mean, when we were watching Bigfoot Odyssey, I got really irritated because here, listen to this. And this is just me personally, I don't want anybody being called master except for our master. You know what I mean? So this black stuff that's out there, or shadow people, whatever else is out there, I think they need to call it exactly what it is, and definitely not a master. You know, I mean, I wish they'd change the name of the DMs to something else too, because there's no man in it. And I think the only reason that they named it a DM is because it walks on two legs. But there's no man about that. I mean, Sassy looks like a human. The DM does not. You should just call it a demon instead of a DM. I don't know if they are or they not, but phew. Yeah, it was unsettling. My spirit was going crazy. I was praying and praying. I mean, seriously, my spirit was going crazy. That's some dangerous stuff that boy's into. I mean, dangerous stuff. Because he's not afraid, and that's the scary part. Who's here? You're bad. Yeah, we know what you meant. Yeah, it was pretty rough. But I kept pausing it and praying and pausing it and praying. And it was, yeah, it was a rough thing to watch. Knock, knock. Wonder if we get a woodman knock tonight. May the Lord bless you, Jared. You and Beauty. Take care. We love you. You're not supposed to say that, Bill. Hey, Mike. How are you, sweetie? Well, so much for my October meeting here, huh? Maybe we'll have it at the other place. I'm not going to rule it out completely. Excuse me, you just never know.
Well, they'll have to share a cave with Bigfoot.
Stop it. Hello? I'm waiting. In a houseboat. That's too funny. Things will be fine. Thank you very much, and thank you for coming. We're glad you came by to visit. We'll be praying, promise. Yeah, those two lights are the solar lights. Denny put them out there when I told him I was gonna go live.
There's only two left that are still here.
Yeah, the rest kind of floated away. Those got stuck underneath one of the sheds, I think. Knock, knock. Don't you say who's there. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Good night, two boys.
And their pop.
Yep, and their pop. Okay, go to sleep, Rod. Good night, love you. Yes, I know, Ramona. We've already started it. You know, I actually told Denny today too. I said, you know what I'm putting on that list? I'm putting the pea gravel. We bought that pea gravel and stuck it in the back of the truck and put it where we were going to move the trailer, and that pea gravel is all over the place actually. But I don't know. Let's see what they're going to do. You know, like I said, I was asking you guys what you thought about that. I think that they should be. Yeah, me too, Mike. I think that they should be accountable for the RV and the truck too. And then the sheds that we bought, they said that there was a warranty, like 100-year warranty or something on the flooring. They're already starting to swell and split. So we're gonna have to call the shed companies and have them replace those. It's just hard for me because I'm just not built this way, you know what I mean? If somebody does me wrong, I just go about my business and I learn my lesson, you know, I just fix it and go on. You know, but he just promised us that this did not flood, and we believed him because, you know, he just seemed like a really nice guy, and he was so upset, and we thought maybe he was right because there was pot on this, you know, they were growing pot on this property. We just thought that the neighbors didn't want us here because they had full reign to this property. So but the Lord definitely got our attention, didn't he? So I think, yeah, we'll definitely be moving. And Denny has to stay here. He can't even go with me to go look at property. I still think those guys will try to come back, you know, because we have to lock up the dogs now if we go someplace. No, it didn't. Who's here? They came and got it. You know, you can tell where it was. I don't know, Donna. I really don't know. That's why I said I was thinking about contacting an attorney and seeing, you know, what he has to say about it. You know, I'm not just whatever. Let's talk about something else. No, I don't know if well, yeah, we probably end up will contact attorney because there's laws and stuff about this that I don't know anything about. Oh, they didn't get anything, Mike. They came on ATVs, you know, down the driveway, and Denny stood up. You know, he was sitting behind the hothouse, and he stood up, and when they saw him, they bolted. And then they went to our mailbox and took our mail and ripped it up a bunch of pieces and threw it on the ground. So I promise you, they were coming here with bad intent. You know, if we wouldn't have been here, because remember, when they rescued us, they took us to a motel. So those guys probably thought that whatever was left over was free for them. So now one of us has to stay on the property at all time. Yeah, there are some not so nice people in this world.
Tell Donna we're perfectly protected. God has placed guardian angels around here.
Yeah, if Denny wouldn't have stood up and then the guys would have taken off, I would have said that they saw the guardian angels with the flaming swords. Because we do plead the blood over this property, and we do pray for it. But I'm telling you, between and you know, the bee stings. I got stung by all those bees the day before, and the next day it floods. I I cried, what, once? And I cried because the chickens died. Oh, there's something wrong with me, huh? No, I literally, as God is my witness, they're still flying around, Ramona. I don't know if they're over there in that nest or pile or whatever, but they're still flying around. I told Denny, I'm not going back there. I saw them. Uh-uh. That milk just doesn't taste right. Quit laughing at me. Such a bad boy. Oh, that's why. I'm not supposed to drink 2%, Denny. My stomach can hurt. Dang it. No. Too late now. I did. I was thirsty. No, I'll just drink a bunch of water. Yeah, I know. I didn't, that's what he plans to. Yeah, the floods came first, so we thought they were gone. Just us. The people on the other side are higher than us, so they didn't get the same thing. We were the only ones that had to be rescued. I love milk. I'm a milkaholic. Yeah, I love milk. But I drink the fat-free milk now. It tastes just like 2% to me, because I'm so used to it. Because my stomach can handle the fat-free milk. Of course, hubby's trying to kill me by giving me 2%. I'm teasing. I'll be all right. Ooh, I just broke it. Ooh, snap. Oh, you hear me? Martha, stop it. I'm just sitting here breaking stuff. Bad girl. Bad girl. Anyways, tomorrow, Lord willing, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to show you guys some more stuff. And we found the guy that came out here that brought us the the guy that brought us the food and the cooler and the fan. We went back there to the back and we started walking. He goes, "Hey, did someone lose a knife?" One of my knives that's in a sheath is hanging in a tree back there. I was like, yep, that's mine. It wasn't the ones you got, Pappy. Those are safely put away. It's just too funny what we're finding in the trees. We found Denny's gloves. We were looking. My shoe's missing. My favorite shoe is missing. You know what my favorite shoe is, Ramona? You were here. One shoe. I've got one. The other one disappeared. And that's what I was out looking for, my shoe. How dare it take my shoe? And how did it disappear? It had to go out the front door when we opened the door. It had to floated away with all that water. Of course, they're not selling them at Walmart anymore. You'll have to wait till next year's. They don't sell sandals. Nope. Those are all in bags. Well, they can't fit. They'll probably put them on their hands then. They can't fit them on their feet. I've got small feet. That should be funny, them trying to wear sandals. Maybe the little ones could. Can you imagine that? I haven't gone back in the back to see what's happened back there. I should do that. You ought to see the tree that's in our front, in our driveway. We're gonna have to go move that thing. Do you hear that? Woo! I just heard a hoot. Listen. You guys got your ears on. I hear something in the woods. Here's one. Yeah, that'd be funny if they were wearing my clothes. Was that a raccoon? I hear something. I don't know what I hear, but I hear something. Anyways, it wouldn't surprise me at night at all if they didn't come up tonight. I got a hunch they're around. I can kind of feel it. Yeah, chattering. Chittering. Hello? George? Knock, knock. I wish you guys would have been here for that. Those tree knocks. You hear that? You hear them talking? Hello? Hello, Patricia. Welcome. I went to that GoFundMe page, Pappy, and they have a lot of other people that have put the GoFundMe stuff up, you know, asking for help. I'm telling you, I spent more time almost crying my eyes out reading some of those stories. They were just breaking my heart. A bunch of kids with cancer, you know, whose parents are trying to pay for their medical expenses. Well, thank you very much, Patricia. Hello? George? He knows Ramona's here. You heard that, right? You guys heard that? Yeah, I know. Yeah, they do like you. I just heard a click after my click. Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it, Pappy? If I opened up in the front door and all of a sudden my stuff was sitting on the front. Oh, we got to take that, Daddy, we have to get that carpeting out of there. There's just so much left to do. I don't want to do it, you know? Bad part is there's not enough. I don't have anything to put it in because all the boxes they disintegrated. So I don't want to get boxes again. I want to look for containers, you know, the snap containers. So if it got water, they would, you know, they wouldn't get destroyed, at least on the bottom. Yeah, I mean, I doubt seriously I'll put anything down low enough for if it flooded again before we left, but at least the bottoms wouldn't get destroyed. Hello, Happy Moon. Yeah, can you imagine, Pappy? Oh, that'd be fun. if the guys all showed up on their ATVs and all of a sudden George jumped out, they'd freak out. I hear you. Listen. What if I shut up? Well, if I shut up, they shut up. I hear you. It's beautiful. The moon is absolutely beautiful. And it's right in front of me. Hold on, let me see if I can get you. See? Happy moon. It's a happy moon. Thank you, Cherie. I appreciate it. Hi, Eric. Someone just said they had heard a story. I missed it. George, are you here? Did you hear that? That's gotta be one of the little ones. That can't be George. It's gotta be a small one. How you doing, Eric? Long time no see. Yeah, that's a happy moon. Watch out for that tree. No way. It is relaxing. It's very quiet. It's very peaceful. Except there's definitely something right out back here because I can definitely hear it in the woods. And that's not too far back. Oh, I'm sure. We got our electricity on. Woohoo!
Not on everything, but a lot of it.
Do what? What'd you say, Denny?
Got our electricity on a lot of things, but not all. I mean, air conditioning.
Yeah, we can't get the main air conditioner to work. We don't know why that went. What else? What else is not working?
Not sure. We haven't tried the gas.
Yeah, we haven't tried the gas. I'm kind of afraid to start that. And listen, Denny and I were sitting in two different places, and all of a sudden we heard this pop. He goes, "Did you hear that?" And I said, "Yeah. What was that?" You know, where you put the water in the batteries, you know, the acid barrels, they flew off. They popped. Bing! I was like, oh my gosh. That light's blinking out. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't. I know because of mold. I mean, long term, I can understand why they don't want us in here. And maybe using the stuff. Yeah, it's a solar light. Oh, yeah, Eric. We lost everything on as far as power. We lost the water. We lost the electric. We lost the internet. But we've got the electric back. They came out yesterday, fixed the internet. We have air conditioning only in the, at least we're not sleeping in the shed. Chev, hi, sweetie, how are you? Yeah, flash flood. We had a flash flood here. Kaimichi Electric, I think.
Yes.
I know, I took all kinds of pictures. And then when I took all those pictures when it was going on, oh, I was a mess. Anyway, yeah, I'm too. But the electric's on. We have a pole, a small pole right out back here, and then the big pole. And we got electricity to the camper and electricity to the shed where we were sleeping. I'm glad we're not in the shed. You know, I mean, I slept. It was all right. But then when it got hot, you know, they did buy us a fan. But as soon as Denny flipped that on and the air conditioner turned on in the bedroom, we were like, oh, we want to sleep in there so bad. And I said, well, let's not go on the air conditioner and get used to it, because if it shuts off, we're in trouble. But we're fine. And I didn't know we were actually at the basin of the Kiamichi River. You know, that should have been something that's on a topo map, you know. They should automatically say this is a floodplain. Because if you look at the Kiamichi River and look at the property, we are at the river basin. Hey, Tony, how are you, sweetie? Yeah, well, we can't get air. The air conditioners died. No, the Red Cross did great the day we were rescued, but after that, in fact, you know, I'm not going to complain, because they really did help us, you know, that day. They gave us a card, put us up in a motel room. We got to eat, you know, and that was a big, huge blessing. And they drove us there, you know, so we didn't have to walk. But they all offered to help, and if you need anything, call us. Not one person, in fact, the only person we asked for help to drive us to the store actually made us feel like that they were, you know, we were taking them away from something. You know, it was we were a bother, and you know me, I don't ask anyway. So that was the last time I'd ask. Yeah, I'm sure. The Red Cross was perfect. I mean, like I said, everybody that was out here was so nice. And they keep asking us, well, other people ask us if we need clothes and stuff like that. We have no place to put anything. I don't want to put anything that's needed, that we need here, in case it happens again before we go. You know what I mean? I just don't want to do it. So I keep telling people no. You know, I don't want anything, because I don't want anything else to get destroyed. I'll wait till I move, maybe. We can slowly get stuff back. I'm not worried about it. I just want a shower. I really want a shower. I have, Tony. That's what I was saying. I was taking pictures of everything for the insurance companies. I mean, even during the flood, and then I sent them the aerial shots of the rescue. You know, and then they said, well, can you show me pictures of damage? I said, what? I mean, you know, my house is clean. This place was a mess. There was stuff everywhere from it floating, and they wanted to see damage. I said, what do you want me to do? You know, wait until it swells? I'll wait until it swells. No, they won't take the dogs at the hotels. That's why we had to stay here. None of them would take pit bulls, and they don't take any of them. You know, the gentleman that offered us a motel room for a week, and they would take the dogs, but he offered us that day that those guys showed up. So if we took the dogs and left, they'd steal everything that was left that wasn't, you know, tied down. No, I'm not going. I already smell like the Kiamichi River, like 3 days old. Yeah, and we have to stay to make sure that they don't get shot. You know, I mean, we can't leave. So when they come and fix the water, we have, of course, we have to run the water for a while because it is a well. But the first thing I'm doing is taking a shower. I know, Tony, I'm sorry. If I'd have been close, I'd have been there. I promise you that. If I'd have been closer, I'd have been there to help you. I remember when you said you flooded. Anyways, it's on to rebuild time. We'll get this stuff boxed up, hopefully, into plastic containers. Get it all cleaned out. That shed is just horrific. Every time I step in that shed, it makes me nauseous. And I mean, I don't get nauseated easy when it comes to smells because, you know, being a nurse, you just kind of get used to it. But this is about the most disgusting. Ugh. It's all right. I know you guys were with me in spirit. I know you were. I could feel it, you know. I mean, I could feel it. Yeah, it's beautiful. Well, I'm hoping I can go back to, you know, when they came out and fixed the internet, we have not been buffering at all. Have you guys buffered once tonight? Yeah, you said that, Tony. It's just, I've had a couple people say that too. Well, they replaced the router, and I mean, I'm telling you, we've had better internets than the whole time we've been here. You gotta turn that fan back on. I'll be right back, guys. I've got to go get coffee. This milk is making me sick. I'll be right back. Denny, turn it. Oh yeah, see, look at that, Denny. There is something wrong with it. It's. Oh, Denny. Come here, baby. Look. I better take some acidophilus. Ouch. It's hard to crawl out of here. Denny. Here.
Kind of frozen.
And I drank it.
Yeah, it's just kind of frozen.
It's not frozen. It's
I
bad.
drank some of it.
Oh. I'm gonna need to drink that coffee.
If you want the coffee, you want to drink tea.
You turn that fan back on?
How about drinking some tea? Alright, I already got someone coffee. You won't have any tomorrow. Alright, I'll go get it.
Now, yuck, yuck, and yuck. I put my hand on the side of the cup of the milk and it stuck to my finger. Ew. And I drank it. Thank you, baby. Take some acidophilus. You guys want to hear something really funny? Oh, well. I don't know. The day it started flooding, and Denny and I knew that we were in trouble. Sorry. I gotta chew this acidophilus really fast. It's good. It's berry. Anyway, I ran in the bathroom real quick and grabbed the toilet, you know, because it's only a 5-gallon bucket. We don't have septic. And I stuck it up on a chair. Because all I could think about was the water coming up too fast and taking that bucket and knocking it over. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so Denny had enough sense to run over and turn off all the power, and I ran over and grabbed the potty bucket. So part of our brains were engaged that night.
I'm glad I shut the electric off, otherwise we'd been electrocuted.
Yeah, we would have been electrocuted. Oh, I know, Martha. You can hear it when we walk. Did you take an acidophilus?
Yes.
Okay. Hey now, give Christy back her pillow. Well, hopefully they come, you know, soon. The waiting game is the hard part. You know, that's where I get impatient. Remember I said I just needed answers? I need to know if they're going to replace the RV or if we have to look for a tiny home or a tiny cabin. Ooh, Christy, he stole your pillow. No, of course the holiday doesn't help. It's an extra day. But that's okay. But hopefully they get out here soon, the adjusters. You did? Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, this is not full strips of linoleum. You can tell where they pieced them together. So that's going to be interesting. But we don't even know when the adjusters are coming out for the RV or for the truck. What do you mean that's why you can't get Richard to the doctor? What did I miss? Matt's electrified. Oh, Eric, it was horrifying. The water was up 6 foot. There's aerial shots online. It's called Pushmataha County Search and Rescue, and they have pictures of our property. Oh, yeah, that's right. Because the holiday.
12 news, too.
Do what? Oh, yeah. It's beautiful up there, isn't it, Christopher? Between us and where Robert Dodson was is